these budget-conscious days, everyone is always on the lookout for ways to save a few bob. At the same time, most of us would like to keep some degree of individuality in the way we dress. Well, one obvious place to combine both this bargain hunting and looking good is your local market.
I see you in the dark.
But don't take our word for it. Singer Susan Kavanagh, an ardent Dublin marketeer, was only too happy to be our guide for the day and to explain her market fascination.
Well, I reckon to myself, Pat, the attraction of markets is definitely that, unlike, say, going into the shops, which, I find a complete pain. It's like it's a day out. You can go out, have a bit of crack, browse, sit down, have a cup of coffee.
So, we asked Susan to show us some of her favourite markets, the ones she frequented most. She chose 3, each open only at weekends. Starting with Mother Redcaps, located beside the pub of the same name near Christchurch, her first stop here came as no great surprise.
You might have guessed I'm a bit of a jewellery.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that alright. A jewellery buff.
Rings first.
Yeah.
Look at these. They go from anything from £5 to 50, and of course me having very expensive
Something like that would be
taste.
yours, yeah.
Yes, you picked it out. This
much is
was
that?
actually 45, but I reckon it's worth
Or
it.
something like that as well.
Yeah, that's a nice one as well.
That's
What's
about
that?
25
Lovely.
pounds, alright.
Or earrings, big earrings. I think I'll try this one on.
Look.
What do you think?
Well, if your other one wasn't in the way, yeah. That's your kind of earring,
Yeah, I might
alright.
go for them.
Alright, well, is $2.99, is that a good value, a good price for earrings?
Yeah, it's a great price. You pay a lot more for them in the shops.
Alright.
But the thing about markets, we gotta go and check out elsewhere before we buy.
Sounds like a good idea. What else is here?
Like markets everywhere, knickknacks of all sorts abound at Mother Redcaps, and the general relaxed atmosphere harks back to those halcyon, carefree days of the 60s and early 70s, when peace and love were the words on everyone's lips.
Hippie oil.
Absolutely.
I know, yeah. But there is a whole thing about the hippies and the second hand.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely revived.
Yeah.
All the beads, all the incense, all
It's real markets. In Dublin, of course, in the late 70s and early 80s was a good old dandelion market.
Well, I wouldn't know, Pat. Not having been there
You mean
myself.
you never paid 50p to see you two live in the dandelion market? Yeah, try this on for style. You're in the army now.
me?
May the force be with you. Put it on straight, woman.
Put it on straight, Pat.
Well, see, they've actually named the streets here Wine Tavern Street.
Well, that's markets. Little cities of their own.
The way of life,
Amazing.
almost.
Now come in and have a look at the shoes.
Shoes, sound very exciting.
Well, they are very exciting. It's so ridiculous,
Exciting
Pat.
shoes.
Now look at this. You can get shoes in sizes 1.5 up to 10.5.
As mentioned on the Gay Byrne radio show.
Check this shoe out. Look at the size of that.
What's that? That's a
Tiny.
It's a 1.5 ladies shoe.
Have a look at this one. All right.
You could swim to work
Now
in that, couldn't
where would you get that kind of choice and that kind of value?
Here, I suppose. A lot of curtains around here, Susan.
Yeah, I know. Well, curtains, fabrics. This is what fashion's all about. What do
Oh, you
think,
mean
Pat?
you would take that and make that into
Fashion.
a garment?
Absolutely. Would you not?
It's not your colour. It's certainly not my colour. What else is there? How much are they, by the way?
Anything from about £8 to £30, I think.
For a pair of curtains?
Yeah. You get a lot of material.
That's a bit more you.
No, pink,
All right,
red pants.
forget
Get
about
out.
it. Forget about it.
All right.
Little flowers, just your
sweet.
style.
Come on, come in and check out the knitwear.
This looks interesting.
What do you think? All handmade.
What about prices?
79, 69, 99 for the chenille. It's lovely.
Try on something you fancy.
This one, I'll go for that one.
Okay. I'd hold this.
Great thing about these, right, is that they'll cost you twice as much if you were to get them in the shops.
So how much is that as it is?
Well, this one is 125.
125. Get it off. I am not buying you that.
Well, maybe we'd find something more within my poor budget at Susan's second choice, Black Rock Market. Here, while many of the stalls are outdoors, some are like actual shops you'd find on any high street.
Stand here then.
Hats. Yeah,
Yes, I think
absolutely.
You're a hat person.
I am
okay.
a bit of a hat fanatic, so you're going to have to tell me.
What do you think of it? It's nice. Turn around. Yeah. How much?
20 to 25 quid.
For the
Great
hats?
value, yeah. And they're much better than the ones you get in the shops. It's more of a variety.
Look, is that your
Blue.
colour? All right, well, I'll remember that. 25.
You've got to buy me something now, you know that, don't you?
Have your coat back.
Cheers.
Now, if you're not a regular market visitor, some words of advice. Do be patient. Some days you'll undoubtedly find nothing you like. Then one day, bingo. Just don't be too surprised if someone beats you to it.
Look what I found. For the designer conscious, right? Muscada pure silk 2-piece, £15.
7 and 8.
Yeah. Or Paul Costello linen jacket for a tenner.
10 quid for Paul
Well,
Costello.
these mean nothing to me, but I thought you could see them, Pat.
Oh, I don't know about you, but at this stage, I've enough looking at clothes. This is more like it.
Oh yeah, well I like records
You read
myself.
through the singles and I'd see if there's anything
Okay.
with the CDs.
So much of the CDs then.
They actually are about, 11, 12 quid cheaper than in the shops.
That's not bad.
I've heard that lot. You too?
Yeah, I have. I've come across Mom's
Don't be
Choice.
the last one.
Have a look at this single for 50p. Put them under pressure.
The Republic of Ireland football squad. Yeah, I want that.
Get that. Give it to me.
Finally, on to the city's outskirts, where the recently relocated Dunleary Market was our third stop off. Here, as you might expect, shopping isn't the only way you can spend your hard-earned cash. By now, however, it was getting late in the day, and I still hadn't coughed up for Susan's Prezi. One last stop was all there was time for, so, fingers tightly crossed, this was where she had to find something she liked and that I could afford.
That's interesting. Tell me about that.
This tuxedo, right? Feel it? Feel the quality? Well, it cost you 300 quid to have that handmade, and it's 45.
Oh, really?
Have a look at the dress.
Okay,
Check out
here I
the
have
lace.
tux for you. Oh, you like that, do you?
Yeah, I do.
That's you, alright. How much is that?
15.
15 quid. Do you know something?
This looks promising.
Yeah,
Are you,
I'll buy you that one.
you gonna
I'll
get
buy
me
you
this
that.
one? Come on, son.
Do you want to wear it out?
Yeah, come on.
And don't forget, somewhere near you is a market just ripe for plundering.